This is Romeo Sanabria of the San Diego Padres. And sadly, he is the worst rated player in all of MLB The Show. So today we're going to play his entire career and see if we can take this 46 overall player and make him one of the best in baseball. Obviously, to help, we can do some training. We can hire some coaches that could help with, plate discipline, hitting, stuff like that. But there's also one more way that we can help with his progression as a baseball player. And that's through this upgrade wall right here, that behind every single box, there is one upgrade that we can apply. And we're not just going to be handing him out for free. He will have a seasonal challenge that he has to accomplish to be gifted one of these upgrades. Obviously, they're going to scale as he starts to develop as a player, but to start it off, something simple like this. And the in-game challenge will be that we will hop into the first game of the season as him player locked. And again, fairly simple things like don't strike out, get a couple hits, take a walk, get a stolen base, things like that. So if he does accomplish those things, he will get an upgrade at the end of the season. Just because we know that MLB The Show's progression regression system really isn't that great. So I felt like this would be one way to help develop him as a player, especially if he does well throughout the year. I feel like a player should be rewarded for doing well. So let's get it started. Let's give him one for free. I know I said I wasn't going to give him any freebies, but I felt like, first season, we can start it off pretty easy. Let's go with number 10. What do we get here? +5 to all hitting stats. That's a pretty good start. All right, so as you can see, 46 overall, Romeo Sanabria, +5 to all hitting stats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that was right. We'll find out in a second. Did I get it all right, or did I fumble the bag? No, I got to give him one more vision and one more discipline, and then we're good to go. That already boosted him up to a 51 overall, so a pretty good start. All right, so we gave him his freebie. Now let's set him his challenge for this season. So like I said, I'm going to keep it fairly simple for the first year, just because I feel like he's already the lowest rated player. I can't expect him to do too much. I mean, even with those +5 attributes, his powers are still his power is still in the 30s or below, and his contacts 48 or below. So it's like, I'm not expecting him to go out there and be Barry Bonds. So here we go. What are we going to have? First spin, he is going to have to get 5 stolen bases on the season. That might be tough. Because just a reminder, he's only got 59 speed and 18 steal, along with 16 base running aggression. So not what you want to see. But we just passed the All-Star game. Sadly, we do not have an all-star appearance in AA for our man Sanabria, but you know what? Let's go take a look and see how he's doing throughout the season, just to kind of get an idea of where he's at. So he's hit 229 with 1 home run. So at the halfway point, essentially, only 1 home run. So I'm glad we didn't get the 5 home run challenge. But for stolen bases, let's see. He's got 4 stolen bases, but also 4 caught stealing. So I'm assuming he's going to be able to get that stolen base challenge, but he is getting caught quite a bit at a 50% rate. So like we gotta hope he gets a little bit lucky and he can do it. So the speed also went down. So that's not what you want to see. You can see the hitting stats are going up a little bit, but so far I feel like we should be able to accomplish season 1 goal. Season 1 goal, not proper English. Season 1's goal. The first season's challenge. There we go. AA season has finished. So did Romeo Sanabria accomplish our goal? I guess I should point out that I did have him on the weight room training. It is on auto. I felt like that was actually the best one available to get that power up. And as you can see, +7 for power, pretty solid. But at the same time, it's only +3 for contact. So considering we started with +5, to only see him finish with +3, not the best. So at 51 overall, did our man Romeo Sanabria make it? Did he get those 5 stolen bases? 7. He only got 3 more stolen bases for the rest of the season, and he got it done. So there we go. All right, so randomized once again. I picked number 10 the first time, so you know what? Let's go number 20 for this one. I'm feeling pretty good about it, and we're gonna get +10 for all hitting stats. Yeah, I'm actually kind of loving this. This is actually kind of huge. That is a huge upgrade. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to add it at the end of the season. So it makes it look like he just had some crazy growth. So you know what? Romeo Sanabria +10 on each stat. Let me fill you in on what happened around the league. The Padres apparently were the best team in baseball. As you can see, Soto, Snell, and Tatis for MVP. In the AL, you had Ohtani and Trout along with Judge, but Ohtani won the MVP. Pablo Lopez is your Cy Young winner along with Blake Snell. Joe Musgrove also a Cy Young candidate. You got batting titles was Tyler Stevenson along with Aaron Judge, who hit 379. Holy cow, what did Ohtani do to get the MVP? 299 with 53 home runs. Aaron Judge hit 380 with a 463 on base percentage. Like, nothing against Ohtani here, but like, I'm just saying, like, Judge kind of went crazy. Either way, reliever of the year, John Schreiber, along with Adbert Alzolay, and then rookie of the year was Francisco Alvarez and Edouard Julien. So there it is, off-season time. Let's get Romeo Sanabria started off with season number 2 as the Padres win a World Series. So you know what? Winning culture, unlike how the Padres are in real life. The one issue we do have with this is Romeo Sanabria does have deep potential. So like we hopefully it does go up at some point, because right now we could be in a lot of trouble, because even though he is growing by quite a bit, that potential could really hurt him. So for season 2, these are the challenges that we have for Romeo Sanabria, kind of tailored to not only the increase in hitting stats, but also kind of what he finished with last year. So what are we going to have? What is going to be the challenge for this season? We are going to land on a 250 average. That's going to be difficult. Last season, he finished with like a 203 average. So for him to finish with a 250, it's going to take a lot. All right, so let's see. Did our man make it to the All-Star game? No, but Eric Hosmer did in AA. So that's good for him. Good for him. Let's see what we've got here. Romeo Sanabria is still a 61 overall. As you can see, some things are going up, some things are going down. AA stats, he's 262 average. So he's just above that 250 mark. But who knows, at any point things could go down. So let's finish off the year. Hopefully 2024 ends with a 250 or higher average. So the AA season finished. What did our man Romeo Sanabria finish with? Let's get down to him. He's only a 61 overall, so that is a little worrisome because he's dropped. But here we go, 277. There we go. That's good. That's huge. He went up, but as you can see, he really didn't develop. The only thing that held still was that contact versus righties. Everything else went down. And looking at some of the other things, I'm glad we got the average one, because the only thing that, I guess we would have beaten the walks, we would have beaten the hits, I think even the doubles as well. So you know what? Not a bad season. The only issue is he didn't really improve. So hopefully we can get a potential one in the boxes. Otherwise, we might be stuck at like a 60 overall for forever. All right, and just to show you guys that the numbered boxes are randomized and I didn't just, I know which ones are which, we're gonna go with number 10 once again. I'm telling you, they're randomized. So this is what I'll even show you. So we're at plus 10. I'll go to 20 just to show you it's not the same thing. Plus 5 potential, and we'll go here. So like I said, there's different boxes all over the place, but plus 10 potential, I'm gonna take it. And just a reminder, this is only for like the first 5 seasons. I'm not gonna do it after this, because I feel like 5 seasons of boosts and overalls and stuff like that, I feel like he'll be capable to make it to the major leagues on his own. But around the league, Ronald Acuna Jr. won MVP along with Shohei, who's now with that stacked Rangers team. Cy Young, there it is, Shohei as well, along with Spencer Strider. Reliever, batting titles, Bryce Harper and Yandy Diaz. And then reliever of the year is Ryan Helsley, along with Alexis Diaz. And then rookie of the year is Johnny Byrne and Nick York. Hopefully one time it's going to be our man Romeo Sanabria, who's at 59 overall now. So what, did he go down even more? How is that happening? That can't happen. So let's see who wins the World Series, and then we'll add the plus 10 to start. Actually, maybe I add the plus 10 this season. No, I'll start it next season. So it's time to give him plus 10 in terms of potential. And what was it, 57? So now it's a 67 potential player. It's not like he's even that much better, right? He still only has deep potential. So, I mean, at least we get some growth, but hopefully he can grow on his own, because we didn't get to boost any of his stats this year. Season 3's challenge. Let's see what we end up with. Can we get something that's a little bit attainable? Again, I've kind of tweaked it for the growth or potential that he's had. Oh no, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think this one's possible. I don't even think he hit 10 last year. We're gonna need something crazy. So we're keeping it on weight room. I need him to get that power number up. And in terms of coaches, what is our hitting coach looking like? Oh, he is bad. What? And none of the coaches available are really that good. I mean, this guy actually doesn't look too bad, but it doesn't, realistically, the one I want is someone with power. I can't be signing Peter Perry. Oh no, I don't think we're gonna. This one actually not too bad. I'm gonna give this guy a season. Give me a season. I give you 800K. Boom, there we go. That might be our saving grace. Hopefully. All-star break. Let's take a look. I doubt we're gonna see him there. There's a chance. Oh, he's an all-star. He's hitting 260 with 5 home runs. He's halfway there at the halfway point. Can he put it together? 61 overall. Okay. It looks like he's not hitting righties well, which is not ideal because you would hope as a lefty he would hit righties well. But +6 power versus lefties, +3 contact versus lefties. So versus lefties, he's doing well. Vision, discipline, clutch going up a little bit. He is the DH, so that makes sense why there is no fielding progression. But yeah, 5 home runs, that's going to be tough. Can he get 5 more to finish off the season? All right, so we've got one more game left in the season, and I want to show you something. We are down to 9 home runs with 1 game left. Can he do it in this final game? That would be absolutely crazy. And what better way to do it than player lock-in as Romeo Sanabria and seeing if we can do it ourselves. So here we go. Romeo Sanabria was an all-star this season, 675 OPS. Can we do it? All right, I love how they're putting a stat that we've grounded into 11 double plays this season. That's not the goal. We're here to mash a home run, and that's a little late on the contact. It looks like it's gonna stay in play and it's gonna be a fly out. So first inning, no luck. So he's hit a home run this series. He's 8 for 23 with an RBI. So the home run was his only RBI. All right, 4th inning, we'll probably get at least 1 more at bat. Can we do it with Sanabria taking a pitch inside? And the defense, the team is scared to pitch to us 3-0. None of the pitches have been close. Give me something to hit. The green light is on. I shouldn't have swung. All right, top of the fifth. We should have at least another at-bat after this, as long as the team doesn't go cold. I'm feeling it. This is the at-bat. 100%. We've got it. A little quick pitch, and don't you dare get thrown out at second. Safe. Perfect. Wow, there's just no pop off the bat here. Holy cow. That wasn't even a bad swing. This might be it. This might be it. Can we do it? Can we accomplish the 10 home run feat? 2-2 game also? I mean, I take an RBI here. I mean, it's not obviously the goal, but the home run. I mean, come on, we got to get it. This is the man. This is the guy to do it. And he does it on potentially the last AB of the season. Romeo Sanabria with the no-doubter. Could you write it any better? No, you couldn't. I mean, talk about an AB. Talk about an AB. That's what it is. Game was over too. That was the last at bat. Obviously, he's going to be player of the game, 1 for 3 with the homer. He won the game for the squad. Romeo Sanabria, 10 home runs on the season. And just to confirm it, as you can see, a 61 overall, some growth, not too much, but when his potential really is only like 67, you can't expect too much. But he got it done on the final day of the year, 10 home runs. Whew. I forgot to point out, last year, the Braves did win a World Series, so there's that. But let's see who was MVP. Matt Olson along with Shohei once again. He also won Cy Young. Corbin Burns with the 2.39 ERA is pretty impressive. Walker Buehler won it on the other side. Batting title once again was Acuna along with Yordan. And then reliever of the year, Michael King and Paul Sewald. Tamar Johnson and Clyde McLean injured. As I'm recording this, Tamar Johnson potentially broke his hand. I think he took a pitch off the hand tonight. So there's that. So off-season time. Let's see who wins the World Series. But our homie, Sanabria, check, another goal. The Astros defeat the Dodgers for the World Series. So there's that. All right, here we go. I've taken a couple off because I felt like they were just a little too much. So I did lower the number down to just 20 boxes, which I'm covering up a couple. But I'm not going to go for these. Lucky number 7, +5 potential. I'll take it. So this is going to make him a C potential player, at least 72 potential. So there's that. For the challenges, I'm going to keep them the exact same because I feel like we've kind of hit a good line for every one of these challenges. So let's see, what do we get for season 4, the second to last season to do it, and he has to get 30 doubles. So let's see what our guy Sanabria can do. Again, 24 years old in AA. You would be hoping he would start to get to that AAA spot, but they've got first baseman for days. They're just bringing everybody in, which I don't even think at catcher he would get a chance, potentially, actually. So maybe we can make him a catcher. We won't be making him a catcher. He hasn't been playing catcher. He's only played like 4 games in rookie ball. So nope, he's a first baseman. We got back-to-back AA All-Star games for Sanabria. Season's not going too great though. 232 average and 17 doubles though. So he's over halfway. I need to see a little bit more growth. He's got the potential to do it. We just got to see the results. So with the season over, let's take a look. Did Sanabria hit the goal? He's in the 5 spot, 236 average with 11 home runs. So it's potential. There's a chance. There's a chance he some good growth. I focused on vision and discipline as the training this year, and it looks like this was a good growth season. But did he get the 30 doubles? That's what it was. 30 doubles, 25. So no upgrade this year. That's tough. In season 4, Soto and Ohtani are the MVPs. Ohtani's just running away with it. DeGrom and Lodolo are the Cy Young winners. And as you can see, the rest of the awards here, not getting that upgrade is so disappointing. I was kind of hoping for some sort of like plus contact, plus power, really anything to kind of boost that hitting stat. Like, yes, he had some good growth this year, but at the same time, like getting, you know, just like a plus 10 contact, a plus 5 power would really make him better. So we'll see what happens, but losing out on one of those upgrades, that's tough. Again, I feel like we're at a good spot in terms of the goals that he has to hit. I feel like 30 doubles, we had like what, 25? That's pretty good. I think really the only one that might be a challenge is maybe the 260 average. Either way, I feel like we're still at a good spot in terms of what our challenges should be for the upgrade. And for the 5th year, 130 hits. I feel like that's definitely possible. Alrighty, so let's see what Sanabria can do in season 5, and then after this, we'll see what he can do in the majors, because I feel like we've upgraded him the best we could do after what this season, you know, like if he can get this season done, I feel like that's what we can do. We've given him the training, we've given him all the preparation. Let's see what he can do in this 5th season. And he does it again. Romeo Sanabria up to a 3rd All-Star appearance and a 67 overall. And looking at the numbers, he's got almost 80 hits. So I feel like the hits number, we should be okay unless he absolutely falls off a cliff, but easily his best season so far. So it's good to see the progression is finally paying off. We have just finished the season with AA. And again, we got to check. Did Sanabria do it? Did he get it done? So 13 home runs, a 256 average, and a 67 overall, which I feel like he's kind of been hovering all season. So attribute-wise, kind of the same growth as we've been seeing. Again, I focus on vision and discipline. I just find that like that kind of helps out the most. If I just went full contact, then we're kind of neglecting the power and the other stuff. So I feel like even though I am focusing on vision and discipline, it should help. And then I also got a really good coach that does like power and contact as well. So we got a good hitting coach, good training program. But does he get the 130 hits that we needed? 134. Woo! A 256 average, a 346 on base percentage, and a 731 OPS. So indeed his best season so far. So love to see it. It's time for his final upgrade. And what I've done for this upgrade is I've had like plus 5 contact, plus 5 discipline, kind of things like that, plus 5 fielding, plus 5 speed, and a bunch of other ones within these boxes. What I've done is I've narrowed it down to 10 boxes where it's only hitting stats and potential. Essentially, I wanted season 5 to be a real big boost for Sanabria. So for this one, we're down to 10 boxes, and I want this one to be good. I'm going my favorite number 4. Plus 10 potential. I think that's a good way to end it. And let me show you some of like the other ones that I had here. We have like plus 10 contact, We had plus 10 power at the number 10 spot, plus 10 of all the hitting stats. So like I said, I wanted this one to be a juicy one. We got plus 10 potential. And I wanted this one to be a juicy one because this is the last upgrade he's going to get of his entire career. And to be honest, potential was probably the best one that we could get. So plus 10 potential up to an 82. Now it's out of our hands. What can Sanabria do in his career? So Vladdy is your MVP. I forgot to show you the World Series. It was again the Braves. You can see the Astros before that. So the Braves and the Astros have just been going back and forth. Judge is the MVP on the other side. Also Vladdy with the Marlins. Okay, Cubs got Bichette. What's going on with this? Tristan McKenzie with the White Sox. You've got Mitch Keller with the Pirates. Bohm and Will Smith are the batting title winners. And then Jason Adam along with Nick Anderson are your relievers of the year. Rookie of the year goes to Carson Wisenhunt, and then Cole Young, shortstop for the Mariners. All right, MVP, or I shouldn't say MVP, World Series is the Cubs in 2027. I'd be okay with that. It's pretty far away, but I'd be okay with that. None of our guy doesn't retire. And now Sanabria is a 67 overall first baseman, probably not going to get any playing time. But with that B potential, is there a team that could use a first baseman at a 68 overall? I think the Giants is the only team. Maybe the Athletics. Do I really want to send him? Do I really want to do that to him though? Potentially. I feel like he deserves a chance. I mean, he could also get some time with the Phillies or the Nationals. So there's actually a couple teams that he could sneak his way onto. But you know what? Let's see what happens for the next couple seasons with the Padres. The AA season is over. And is the AAA season over? No, it is not. Okay, so let's take a look. And DH is not... Did he get called up? He got called up. He's currently hitting 209 in AAA. He's played 24 games there. But 70 overall. Whoa. Okay, Romeo Sanabria, let's get you into this team. You are not going to get into this team. This team's kind of juiced. Is this guy's bad. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Ryan Ward. Yeah, get him out of here too. Give me the man Sanabria who's playing DH versus lefties. Okay. You know what? I'll take it. AAA. Let's finish off the season. Let's see how he finishes the year, and the season is over. So what's going to go on here? He finished with... Okay, he finished a little bit better as the season finished. You know what? I'll take it. 26 years old, 70 overall. In terms of the team, they traded for Michael Toglia. Really? They already had a really good first baseman. So, man, oh, is it worth keeping him at 26 years old with the Padres? Or do we explore the market? Just saying, there's a chance. Sim to the postseason, season 6 in the books for our man Sanabria. And Gavin Sheets is your MVP along with Corey Seager. Okay, Wilmer Flores and Hunter Green at Cy Young. Brandon Marsh, Alec Thomas, batting title winners. Reliever of the year is Hunter Brown. All right, and Evan Phillips. And then you got Bob Short along with Frank Mazzucato as your rookies of the year. Okay, there it is. The World Series winner is going to be the Dodgers over the Twins. Interesting, but we need Sanabria to hit the major leagues. We're already about to be in season 7. He needs his chance. After much consideration, Sanabria has been moved. It just doesn't seem like he's going to get the chance. You can kind of see there's plenty of first basemen on this team. So what we did is we shipped him to Minnesota, play first base, and he's going to get his shot with the Twins, who have a good team. But you know what? Let's get them a young first baseman who's got something to prove. Romeo Sanabria. Let's see what he can do in Minnesota. But in his first full season in the major leagues, Romeo Sanabria off to a pretty solid start. 275 average, 14 home runs, and 52 RBIs, 73 overall, plus 9 first contact versus lefties, and everything else was like 1 or 2. So it looks like he hit lefties fairly well this year. 155 hits, 25 doubles, 14 home runs, and a 275 average, along with a 372 OPS. In terms of WAR, we've got a 0. All right, there we go. But a first season, not too bad. 27 years old. Do we have an award? Let's see. On the other side of the league, no awards here, nothing going on, but this is the one we're looking for. No rookie of the year. He wasn't even in the race. That's tough. He had 2 guys on his team get ahead of him just because of home runs. This guy's actually kind of nasty. Yeah, that guy's pretty good. That's not fair. That's not fair. But you know what, Sanabria, I'm pretty proud of what he put up there. and it's all because he's sitting in the 8th spot. And you know what? That's a good season. Good for him in the major league. So you know what? First season done. Let's do a few more seasons in the majors, and then we'll tally up his totals. Season 2 is over. Let's go take a look at the Twins. Let's see what they were up to. And that's Kansas City. This is the Twins. So not on the bench. Okay, so he's up to a 76, but he has no stats. Did they not play him this year? Like, look at the growth he had. And they didn't play him? So who was playing first base? Because, let's see. Does anybody have first base? No. Do they have anybody down here that plays first base? No. So they literally just didn't have a first baseman playing? Who's in their organization that, wait, what? They literally have, so they just had somebody out of position the entire season? That makes no sense. Okay, they're in the postseason, so I guess we can look. I mean, that's really unfortunate that happened. As they move on to the next round, and can they beat the Rangers? They do. Okay. Are they going to keep moving forward? Oh, in the World Series against the Reds. Let's go take a look at both teams. Or at least just the Reds. Let's see. Marte, they got Vaughn, Cruz. Okay. No Ellie. Interesting. Okay, so Hunter Green. Okay. Interesting that they made the World Series. But their offense looks nasty. So there's that. So can they win a World Series? That's one. They lose the second. They win the third game. So they're 2-1, up 3-1. And let's see here. Can I want to play this game, or at least watch it. You know what I mean? We gotta see what happens. So let's hop into it. So let's get to Sanabria. Let's get him playing. Let's see what he can do in this game. And as we can see, first and second, bases loaded, 3-run score for Correa, and then that's the inning. Okay, so nothing happened there. Quick inning. It's Sanabria time. So called up just for the postseason. He's got a chance to really etch his name in Twins history. He is hitting 148 though, so not ideal. An 18th round pick in the 2022 draft. Here he is for the Twins, and no, 0-2 count, not the best first couple pitches, but let's see what he can do against Owen White here in the top of the second with the 3-0 lead. Doesn't chase the pitch up in the zone, so that's good. So a 1-2 count. Can he keep the at-bat alive? Takes another pitch up in the zone. Okay, good eye. I feel like me in this corner is better, but 2-2. That pitch was hung. Oh man, that should have been crushed. So here we are, still 2-2, and he goes the opposite way with it. A single starts off the inning right. So now it's time to see what they can do with him on base, and a 3-run home run for Gunnar Henderson, and it is looking all good for the Twins right now. So here we go, Leote, Correa, Pereira, and again, it's time for Sanabria. So with Andrew Abbott on the mound, let's see here. 2 outs, man on first. And okay, good take. 1-0. And that's you know what? That was some good contact. He ripped that. It was just the shift was in the right spot. So things are still looking good for the Twins. And as you can see, are they going to add another run? I mean, bases are loaded for Leote. Fielder's choice out of the inning. So still 6-0. And a double play gets him out of that jam. And oh man, I was going to say first and second for Sanabria. That would have been amazing. So again, with 2 outs, a lefty-lefty matchup. Not the best for Sanabria, but he could do something. That felt like a pitch to do something with. All right, 0-1. Okay, another pitch in the zone, or down in the zone, down out at the zone. That's correct. 1-1 count. 34 pitches for Abbott. So I feel like he's still got a, oh man, that's going to be an out. Okay. Screwball is, I was going to say, still looking good. Allows a 2-run home run, and it's a game once again. 6-2. It's not out of reach, but I feel like Tarek has got it on lock. Gunnar pops out. Trout flies out. Not Mike Trout, Keith Trout, his well-known brother. That's way better than him. And then Leote gets out. So I'm gonna let Tarek go another inning. I mean, I'm gonna take him out. Let's see here. They don't have a lefty in the bullpen, so that's not good. But I guess a righty works. Let's go Blackburn and see if that can not get any worse. Okay, so 6-3, it is a little tight. It is a little tight. A huge inning would be massive, and this is the perfect start. Sanabria 1 for 15 in the series. Oh boy, this is his chance. Can he do it? First and second, no outs. His only hit was a single earlier in the game. What's gonna happen? Up in the zone, okay. I'm gonna assume Correa may not be the fastest at this point in his career, but I know Everson Pereira should have a little bit of speed, so maybe a shot to the gap brings in 2. That's a good pitch, but you're definitely looking for some insurance runs. Really just close out the game here in the 8th. You gotta be swinging the bat. So 1-2 count, no outs. Can Sanabria do something here? That's a bad pitch to be swinging at, and he goes down swinging. So Luis Torrens is up, he walks, and now the rookie of the year from a couple seasons ago, Eduardo Palmeiro, might have even been last year, doesn't do anything. And then nothing happens there. So 8th inning, let's go to... Ooh, what do we go to here? Castillo or Bruzdar? Maybe Castillo. And we're going to pitch. And so, it's a good inning. That's a good inning there. And see if the Twins can break it open. They cannot. It comes down to Felix Bautista to close it out for the Twins. Hit by pitch. Okay. A strikeout. A fly out. And can Felix Bautista close it out for them and win the Twins a World Series? To think it comes down to 1 out, and Sanabria wasn't even on the team during the regular season. They called him up for the postseason. Sadly, only gets 1 hit in the World Series. Not really doing much, but you know what? Still a chance to win a World Series here. 0-2 count, 2 outs, Reds down to their final out. And what is Felix Bautista gonna whip up here? Here it is. Final pitch? No. Here we go. 2 outs and the pitch. Again, 2 outs. What can Felix Bautista do? I feel like he's got something here. This is going to be it. Oh, up in the zone, fouls it off. I feel like Bautista's got something. He's been toying with Collier a little bit. Ooh, I like that pitch. I like that pitch. In on the hands a little bit, down at the knees. I like that pitch. That's a good spot for it. I think the ump missed that call. But you know what? It's 2-2 now. Still down to their final strike. And there it is. Twins win a World Series. And there it is. Where's our guy? Where's Sanabria? There he is in the bottom left. Celebrating the World Series with his squad. The Twins. There he is. It's done. Twins 2030 World Series champion. So like we saw, he didn't have the best of postseasons. What we're going to do is let's take a look at one more season with him in the majors, and then I'll sim to the end of his career and keep you guys up to date with how everything pans out. All right, let's check in technically on like season 7, 8. I think this is season 8. Let's see how Sanabria did. And he's up to 78. That lefty number looks really good. A 280 average with 20 home runs and 81 RBIs. If you can see, 170 hits, 23 doubles, 20 home runs like we said, 7 stolen bases, and a 765 OPS. Not too shabby at all, a 2.5 WAR. And as you can see, +7 versus contact lefties, or +7 for contact versus lefties, which it just seems like versus lefties he does really well. But the power numbers weren't there, so that's disappointing to see. But overall, 78 overall, I'm happy with that. I'm really happy that we can get him into a major league team starting. And it seems like maybe this is his spot now. So like I said, I did say 1 season, but I feel like we should at least go our standard 10 for this. And let's see, what are they going to do? Are they going to advance? Are they going to advance? They are. Uh-oh. A little reverse sweep. And they get eliminated 1 game shy of another World Series appearance. So you know what? Not too bad. That was season 8. Let's just 2 more seasons. Let's see where he's at. Alrighty, season 9. Here we go. Sanabria up to an 80. Hit 264 with 25 home runs. +7 lefty power. And again, it just seems like lefties is what he hits best. 25 doubles, 25 home runs, and 85 RBIs. 264 average with an 808 OPS. I feel like this is probably his best season so far. And I feel pretty good about that. Age 30 season, so I mean, we'll see how he progresses. He doesn't really have too much potential left. But again, not a bad year. Not a bad year. Not a great year, but a service, like a solid first baseman, right? It's nothing that's going to blow you away, but you know what? This is a guy that you want in the lineup, and you know he's going to give you some sort of production. So far, so good. 1 more season to hit that 10 mark. The Twins, once again, are a postseason team. Let's see how they do. I mean, against the Royals again, and they're alive still. They get eliminated this time. That's unfortunate. So there it is. Can we see, or we will see what he does in season 10, but maybe we can get him an award in his 31-year-old season. So let's see what happens. We have our first award for Romeo Sanabria with a Silver Slugger. Hit 294 this year, 177 hits, 30 home runs almost, 27 doubles, and an 864 OPS with a 371 on base percentage. That is absolutely insane. He is killing it. This might be the best we see of him though, because I think his max was like 82 potential, but hey, I will take it. A 4.5 WAR, 31 years old. Look at him go. We've taken him from the lowest rated player in all of baseball to a Silver Slugger winner at 31 years old. In 10 seasons, he's done it. 4 years in the majors. Look at the glow up. That is huge for him. Love to see it. And hey, a Silver Slugger. No other awards. And the Twins, again, a postseason team. So let's see how they can do against the Orioles, still alive, taking on the Angels now, again, still alive, taking on the Yankees, 1-1, 1-2, and not looking good. Still alive somehow, though. Game 7, World Series against the Diamondbacks. How are they going to do? 1-1, 1-2. Not ideal. Still alive, and they lose in the World Series to the Diamondbacks. Let's see how he looked. First, let's take a look at what the Diamondbacks are looking like. It's at 93, 95, 93. That's a good team. Pitching looks pretty strong too. High 80s for a majority of their pitchers. That's tough to see. So award postseason MVP went to Keith Trout. Let's see how our guy Sanabria did in the postseason this time around. And 269 average with 2 home runs and 9 RBIs is not too bad at all. So 10 season in the bigs. I feel like that's a pretty good career. So let's see where he is when he retires. All right, so a second award, and let me point it out for you. It is the all amazing Gold Glove. But like I said, I think we've seen the best of Romeo Sanabria. A 5-year Major League Pro, like, that's not bad. Again, not a bad season. It's just we've seen the best from him. 2036, he's on a new team. Guess who that team is? The Detroit Tigers, who just won a World Series, but they didn't have him on the postseason lineup, which is absolutely crazy because he played all 162 games, and then they took him out for this guy right here, Damian Carver. Oh man, that's tough. So that's unfortunate. 2041, Romeo Sanabria has finally retired, and at the age of 48, or no, overall was 48. Age of 40, I figured, you know what? Yeah, I that makes sense. But he's been out of the league for quite a few seasons. You can see he spent 1 season with the Tigers where he actually, had a decent year and of course had a World Series. He wasn't on the playoff roster or the World Series roster, but he was with the team for the entire season. So I feel like, yeah, he's a World Series winner. So in total, you can see he played with the Mets for 6 seasons. He played a total of 7 seasons in the majors, and honestly, not too bad. When you look at the numbers, just over 1,000 hits, 150 home runs, and an average of 276 with a 791 OPS. I feel like that's a solid career. Yeah, we didn't break any records. Yeah, we didn't break any MVP records or home run records or anything like that. But for someone that was a 43 overall at the age of 22, and we took him all the way up to a mid-80s player and had a solid 7-year career with 2 World Series, a Silver Slugger, and a Gold Glove, you know what? That's a pretty good job. So there he is. We know he's not going to be a Hall of Famer, but you know what? That's a good career right there. That's a solid career, finishing with a 17.1 WAR. So there it is. Romeo Sanabria, the worst player in MLB The Show. Career sim is all done. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new and enjoyed the content. Check out this video here on screen. This is what YouTube recommends for you. Catch you in the next one. Peace.